every city and every place has had its own atmosphere and its own energy. So it's brilliant to get out here and see the world. I think it's the right time for us to come and do this. It's still a long way away from the fight. There's no way coming. There's still that intensity. You know, we head into camp with that intensity, with all of this past 10 days or whatever the trip was. This is all energy to take into camp to prepare for war. So it's been a phenomenal trip, and I am happy to have made it, because without me it would not have happened. To enter another man's soil, to look him dead in the eye in front of his own people and tell him he speak his own language, tell him he will die in front of his people who are screaming that I will die, and he do nothing, to take over another man's town. And that for me was the highlight. But to be honest, the whole trip has been phenomenal. Everything, like I said, every city has a different energy. Toronto was crazy. I was not expecting that in Toronto. The amount of Irish people that came out. The whole shopping centre was shut down. Boston, of course, it was a second home to me. And New York was another one that surprised me. New York, MMA is not legalized in New York yet, but the fans that came out, they showed their voice, and that kind of crowd and that kind of voice, it can't be denied. You know what I mean? So the whole trip was memorable. Nobody is more aware of distance than me. But then people always think they can close the answer is to close the distance, to step inside the pocket. But I am phenomenal in the pocket. I begun my career boxing. I live in the pocket. So you have that distance that they have to close in. They have to defeat that range. But by defeating the range, they must rush. They must force it. And by rushing and forcing it, they are in the pocket when they should not be in the pocket. And if you're in the pocket with me and I hit you, it's done. I don't have to hit you clean, flush. I can graze and you go down. You're going into these different cities, and each city you're getting blown away by the fans that are showing up passionate, whether they want to see me win or whether they want to see him win. It's just, it gives you energy. This is the way it should be done. So I am happy to be a part of it. As far as what I have got off of Jose is exactly what I thought. He does not want it the way I want it. He does not want me around. But unfortunately, he always wants separation, but unfortunately, there's no one to separate July 11th. I heard I slapped him in the back of the head. I didn't slap him in the back of the head. I put my hand on his neck and I bent him over. In my whole career, I've never even been hit once. So, I've never stepped foot inside the octagon and stepped outside of it with a mark on my face. And you can look back at my whole career, even in the earlier part of my career, where in the learning stage where I tasted two defeats, I was never actually touched. So it's pretty safe for me. If anything, I'd be more worried about the guy across from me than myself. So for me, it's a safe game. I don't know, I have just become comfortable in the uncomfortable. This game is about finding comfort in uncomfortable situations. That's what it's about. That's the reason I got into combat sport, because of situations that would occur where I felt uncomfortable and I would seek comfort in them. So I would show up at the gym and try and get a little bit more better, a little bit more self-defense aware, to find comfort in uncomfortable situations. Then I eventually start competing to put myself in even more uncomfortable situations. So my whole career has been about finding comfort in the uncomfortable. I didn't get in it to win world titles. I didn't get in it for anything. I just wanted to find comfort in uncomfortable situations and be able to handle any situation. So now when I'm in a situation where the average man would crumble, I excel. I definitely have my eyes on the lightweight division. I came into this company as a two-weight world champion. I simply vacated the belts because I was with a new promotion. I am a lightweight world champion and I am a featherweight world champion. I am the only Irish man, the only European to hold belts consecutively. It has never been done before. So most certainly I'm looking to replicate that achievement on the biggest stage, the Ultimate Fighting Championship. But there are a lot of featherweights who have spoken out of turn, who should have kept my name out of their mouth. We will see how it plays, but I will keep busy. Make no mistake about that. I've had back-to-back fights after after knee surgery, in the time that many of these athletes have even had one contest. I stay busy. I stay ready to compete. As long as I am ready to go, as long as I am here, I will compete. So I will most certainly be a competitive champion, and I will compete many times a year. There's another man who has spoke my name in vain. And what happens is, when you speak my name in vain, no matter how many years down the line, I'm like an elephant. I never forget. I'll come and get you. So, guess what, Raphael? I'm coming to get you too.